I know most of us are coming for adult education like me. Adult education ni mo wá fún. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your own girl Bukola Teminikan Bukola. To my whole subscribers, thank you for coming back, and to the new ones, you are welcome. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. I'm an international student currently studying University of All, and I'm here with my family of 4. Please check out my videos, please share, please comment. I really appreciate you. In today's video, I would like to state the things you are meant to do immediately you get to UK. Firstly, I will say congratulations for getting the visa. So what are the things you are meant to do immediately you get to the UK? I actually note them down. So first and foremost, please sort your accommodation. It's better you sort it before coming, but if you can sort it when you come here, fine. Please sort the accommodation, because it's everything depends on your accommodation. Everything. And you would like to settle well with school. If you want to settle well with school, please settle the accommodation part. I know I'm stressing it so much. I did a video I'm telling you, it might not be that easy, but God's grace is following you, and I trust God to see you through. I trust God to help you, but sort the accommodation first, because let me mention the things that are relying on your accommodation. You cannot get GP, that is hospital, if you don't have an accommodation. They will ask for your address. You need an address to put down. You cannot get school for your children if you don't have accommodation. You need to get house first. You need to get an address first before you can even think of going to city council to book for child. You cannot get bank accounts if you don't have accommodation. So everything rely on your accommodation. Sort the accommodation first before you think of the other thing. Like before, when we came in, we have to first do isolation for 2 weeks, but no more isolation. If you are from February 11 or so, you can now come into the UK if you are already vaccinated. So you don't need to isolate, but I think you just have to do PCR test for day 2, then you are fine. I'll put a link of that news on my description button. Immediately you get to UK, as long as you can come out, you are not isolating. Next thing is to get your BRP. And to get your BRP, depends on the address you put down. It's either post office or your school. So if you put post office, just walk into the post office, take your international passport and the letter that comes in with your visa, just take it along. They'll give you the BRP. If you are going with family, you don't need to pack all your family to the post office. For my time, I only took their international passports and they gave me, but I think some people complain that they didn't give them. They told them to bring the people that are, but I think it's not a big deal. For school, they will definitely give you. For post office too, they will give you, I think. But if they don't give you, no problem. Take them along, collect your BRP. After you've collected your BRP, if you're in school already, just make sure you get the letters, all the letters you need to collect from school. Collect it once and for all. If you are going to open an account, go to your student hub and collect student status letter addressing to the bank you want to open. If you want to get student discounts for council tax, because as a student you don't need to pay council tax, you're not paying, but your spouse might pay depending on where you are. Some places spouse does not pay, but here in all we pay. My spouse pay. Yes, you pay tax. You pay tax to the UK government. And I know you will ask me how much. It depends on where you are, but my husband is paying like £100 per month. But most time they bring the letter for council tax within 3 months, after you have used like 3 months. So they pay like £100 per month. And if you did not pay, they will bring letter. They will bring legal letter that you meet in court or something. So pay their money. As somebody said, the money of UK stays in the UK. Oh, UK long way. It's true, because you pay tax, but that's not a big, because you make your money you're working, so you pay tax. But students are exempted, you won't have to pay tax. So collect all the letters you need to collect from school. For council tax, I think for University of, or if you check your student portal, you will see the council tax exemption letter. Then you will also need to collect letter for GP. So school has to give you a status letter addressing it to the GP that, okay, this is a student, this is the address, she's currently studying with us. So they can, those are the things you take for your GP. And so immediately you get all those letters in place, sweep into action. Especially for your children, if you have children, it's depending on where you are, because most places there might not be availability in the school you want. Some places you have to go to the school yourself and just register and the like. But some places, like all where we are, we have to first fill the form online through the city council. After you fill the form online, they will tell you to choose like 3 schools that is close to you. You choose any of the 3 schools. So any 3 schools you like is your choice. So the council will now decide and check for which school has space. So the school that has space, that's where they will put your child to. So they would, and it can take weeks. Immediately I get to accommodation, make sure you think about your children immediately so that they can get school too. Get that school sorted so that at least you can think of something else. For those that their children is not up to 4 years, you cannot start school yet, apart from age 3 to 4. Some daycares, you can start some daycares and you won't have to pay for, I think, 3 hours. I don't have a child between 3 years. My child is below 3, so she's not going to do your enrollment in school. Do all the enrollment you need to do. Fill out the form. It's not like form like that. For University of All, the enrollment is just come over, they'll give you ID card, they'll confirm your status, then you have to pay enrollment fee. For University of All, I'll write it down. I can't remember. I think it's 33%, 34%, 33%. Immediately you are resuming, you must have paid 34% of your school fees, which include your 2,000 deposit. So if your deposit is 2,000, you pay 2,000. You would have paid 2,000 before you get the cast though, but you must have paid 34% before your enrollment. 34% of £9,000 is 3,060. They expected you to have paid 34% before you enroll. That is before you enroll as you're entering school for enrollment. But they will still give some little grace. But after that grace, they will start disturbing you. So prepare to also pay that 34%. That means that after you paid 3,000, 34% of 9,000 is 3,060 pounds. So the 1,060 pounds remaining, that is the amount you have to pay immediately you are entering school, immediately you are resuming. So do that. Try to sort that money out too. Then I think you pay the next at 3%. You pay it in January or February, then the next one will be in April. So plan yourself ahead for the school fees payment so that school will not be sending you mail, because they actually send some people mail of returning them back to their country if they did not make the payment. So those are the things you need to do immediately, because you really need to focus on school. Because I'm not going to lie, during those period I was disturbed because we couldn't get accommodation early. I couldn't get my child into school early. It was something else. So please sort those things out. Those things very, very important. Sort them out. Then children are also entitled to dental care, so you can get in touch with your GP and the like. For dental care, it's free for children, but for adults it is not free. You have to pay some money. There's also an issue of paying for GP. When I go to GP, I don't pay. I think there's somebody that the first period I came in, I think they gave us paracetamol. My child was sick. They gave us paracetamol and cough syrup or something. So they gave us to go and collect it in the pharmacy. When we got to the pharmacy, the person asked for that we should make payment. I was like, no, this should be covered with our IHS fee and they like that. I'm not going to pay. And they're like, no, you have to pay. So I went inside to ask the security man. The security man gave me a word to say, but I can't really remember the word itself. But he said I should just tell them something online drug or something. I can't remember. If I remember, I'll put it down. But if I cannot remember, please, I did not pay. But some people actually said they pay. So I don't know. If you pay, please let me know in the comment section in your area if you paid. But if you did not pay, please let me know what you said. I can't remember what I said, but I know I did not pay. But there are some old stuff that your IHS fee does not cover. Just know that if your child is sick, the first thing they will tell you that they will give you is just paracetamol. You see that paracetamol? It is that paracetamol. Gbogbo nishe is in that paracetamol because it treats cough, it treats cold, it treats, so that their paracetamol is unique kind of, because any small thing they'll just say use paracetamol. And when your child fall down in school, like they call it bobo, my child will just say, "Mommy, my bobo, my bobo." I did for first few days when he said bobo, I didn't even know what he was saying. I was on call with somebody and the person was telling me that he meant that he had a wound and I should check it that bobo, that's what they is calling for them in school. And in school, what they do whenever the children fall, they'll just get block and put block or water and clean it, and that's all, because they don't believe in the way we think in Nigeria. Rush to the hospital, and even for you to see the doctor here, you have to book appointments. You have to book appointment down. I think it's because of the COVID, but it's so annoying. That part is very annoying, seriously, because there was a day people was not feeling too well and I rushed to the hospital. They're telling me that I book. I was like, I didn't book, but they said I'll have to book first. So I booked first and they told me that I should go home. They will call me. I was like, go home, Bawo. You say you will call me. My child is here. We are here together. Now you're telling me that I should go home. That day I felt so pissed. I was like, God, this does not happen in Nigeria. At least I will treat you. This one says go home. That since it's not an emergency that I should go home, that they will call me. Like the last time I came, they told me they will call me, but they not call me. But this is a small child. It needs to be attended to. I felt somehow that day, but around 2, I think I went there around 12. So around 2, they called. The child was already relaxed. He was having cold and catarrh, and that is another thing you should be expecting for children, especially adults too. But for children, try and not expose their body to the cold. The weather here is really cold. So make sure you cover them up. If it is possible, wear 4-5 clothes for them. And I'm not joking. The cold here, it is not being so. Dress them up well. Everything still rely on getting accommodation settled. If you have gotten that sorted, then you can start preparing for your school. But please also try and read your school modules, your course modules very well, so that you would not be overchoked. I know most of us are coming for adult education like me. Adult education, because since how many years I left BSc and now I'm back to come and do masters. It's been ages. And it's not easy. So try and understand your module very well so that you won't have problem. I'm telling you from experience, the education system here is different. It's totally different. Prepare your mind down, because a lot of your mental health will be disturbed. So prepare your mind down and seek for help early. Please seek for help early. Thank you. We've come to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, please like, please comment. Thank you. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me. Send me a DM. I'll surely respond. I love you. Bye. See you.